I've been streaming over on Twitch for the last 5 hours, so I'm probably going to lose my voice a little bit throughout this video, but part 2 of the Most Feared promo is live right now. We're going to go over everything you need to know about it. The King Mystery Solve token is available. A lot to go over. Let's jump on into it. Yo! What's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video, breaking down part 2 of the Most Feared promo. Let's go through everything. I'm going to start with the solo challenges. Hopefully by the time the majority of you are watching this video, this will be resolved. But if you're going to the Undercity solo challenges, I haven't played any of these yet, so all 3 of these tiers are locked for me. But if you did the first 2 tiers during part 1 and you can't access the 3rd tier now, you got the lock icon on the bottom too. You're not alone. It's appearing to be happening to everybody. Eventually, EA will probably get it fixed. Like I said, hopefully by the time the majority of you guys are watching this video, it is resolved. This is a 3-part promo, so you still can't max out all of these rewards to my knowledge, but you have more things that you can earn, more candy quick sales, more Most Feared player packs, which of course, if you don't get anything good, is going to lead to quick selling them for more candy currency. And you get a couple more upgrade tokens, which there's a brand new upgradable player in the candy store in Paris Johnson Jr. We'll show you that in a moment, but brand new solos, and of course with new solos also means we have brand new field pass objectives within the Most Feared field pass. So if you go over to your objective tab, number 1, make sure you're getting that daily objective done. All you got to do is play a game every day and you get 1,520 candy. Very, very nice boost there. And there's a lot of things you can spend that on. Of course, when we get to the store, we will show you that. But a ton of new statistical objectives have been added in today, allowing you to earn a ton more XP and go through the reward path in the Most Feared promo. I am assuming that you still cannot max this one out. And remember, there is a premium pass. It's about $10. If you compare $10 on this premium pass versus a $10 pack in the store, you're going to get way more value here, because every single level you get an extra reward, whether that's candy, an extra Most Feared pack, you get extra upgrade tokens. So if you're not no money spent and you don't mind spending money and you haven't purchased it yet, the $10 upgrade to this premium Most Feared field pass is worth it. And if you do buy it, you know, if you're in the middle of the pass and you buy it, it will retroactively grant you all of the rewards that you unlocked, but you just didn't have access to because you didn't buy it. So again, this is going to be your best value purchase today. And when part 3 comes out a week from today on Thursday, we should get a final set of objectives allowing us to fully max this out. If you missed it a couple days ago, I think right after Season 3 went live, so probably yesterday, they did finally put the Pumpkin Pass back into the game. This is all going to be generated on how much candy you spend throughout the promo, and if you fully max it out, on Halloween, you're going to get a pack that either gives you an LTD or 3,500 candy. If you max it out, you're going to get a 10% chance at an LTD. If you get to level 5, you get an 8% chance. You can read the description above my face cam there for each individual level. All you have to do is spend candy. It retroactively tracked everything that you've spent so far, and with all of a bunch of new options in the store right now, there's more stuff to go out and spend candy on. And speaking of spending candy, you also want to earn that candy. And earlier this morning, I did put out a video going over a brand new method that you can be using to earn free candy. I think it's going to work for a lot of people. I'm all the way up to 66,000 right now with a lot more to add. We're going to be able to add 2 free 90 overall Most Feared champions to the squad later today once we get that. And also make sure you check your Season 3 field pass, because in there we now have brand new objectives under the programs tab. You have Most Feared scoring points with 2+ players in your lineup, 168,000 XP towards the Season 3 field pass, which, you know, you can buy levels right now if you want, but if not, you got a bunch of XP added, which is now going to allow you to earn a ton more Season 3 tickets to allow you to upgrade your Season 3 players if you want. If you get to level 13, you're going to get that alternate uniform pack, which contains a bunch of brand new uniforms. I can't wait to get the Kelly Greens on my team. So you got more XP that can be earned. And then one additional thing, the Season 3 Events Pass is now in the game. We just haven't had an Events Pass for the last couple days. Also, this pass wasn't working correctly for about a week if you were playing the events, and right now the only events that are available are the Most Feared events. they just weren't tracking the XP. Hopefully it's all resolved now, so whether you play the online or the offline version of the Most Feared event, you should be getting XP, which gives you additional rewards and Season 3 events player packs, which to my knowledge is probably only going to contain Most Feared cards at this point. And again, Most Feared cards quick sell for candy currency, so it's yet another way to earn that currency for free. Now, speaking of the events, unfortunately, the head-to-head progress that you may have made reset. Now, there was a countdown timer. I talked about this earlier. I was afraid this would happen, and indeed it did. So if you go to the head-to-head game mode and take a look at the rewards tab, we are all now at the outer wall, which sucks for me because shout outs to everybody that came through the stream this morning. I made it all the way up to the throne room, and I was 3-0. And I lost game number 4, which prevented me from getting a token that I could exchange right now for a JC Horn card that's probably going to be well over 1 million coins. So we missed out on a lot of coin, and then after that loss, I lost another game, and I got demoted down to the Inner Keep. I won 3 games in the Inner Keep, and then the event reset. So now I got to go all the way back down to the bottom. If you don't know how this works, we all start at the bottom level now that it's reset. The goal here is to go 4-0. If you go 4-0, you're going to reach the courtyard. If you don't go 4-0, you're going to be stuck in the outer wall, and whatever number of wins you finish on is going to determine the number of candy that you get. The rewards here stink, but if you can get into the higher ranks, they start to get a lot better. Once you get to courtyard or Inner Keep or throne room, you really do not want to lose the first game. That would prevent you from getting demoted. If you get demoted, especially back down to the outer wall, you have to win 4 more games just to get back up to courtyard. And again, if you make it to Inner Keep and then you win your first game, second game and third game, but you lose your fourth game, you stay in this level. You just have to start at the bottom and try to go 4-0 again to get up to the throne room. And if you get to the throne room and consistently just win your first game, you get stuck in this loop where if you can keep winning 3 games, you get 6.3k candy. That's really, really profitable out there. And even if you go 4-0 and you get the token, you still stay in the throne room level. So for those of you that are really good at the game, this is a really good opportunity to make a lot of candy for free. It just takes a lot of time and work to get up here. Nothing has really changed at all in the versus CPU event. I don't want to explain how this works again, so please go back and watch some of my other videos because I've done it about 6 different times here. But if you don't like playing online, or maybe you're just not that good, between playing this game mode over and over and over again, or spamming solo seasons or solo seasons the run, which I talked about in my video earlier this morning, if I remember, we'll link it down below in the comment section as a pinned comment. These are the best 2 game modes to not play online, but basically earn unlimited candy, and candy is extremely valuable right now because it can lead to a bunch of free 90 overall players. If you are able to earn the token in the head-to-head event, they did add a brand new pack with a limit of 2 times for the Most Feared token redemption. Now, it's different from this one, so make sure you open up the one that says Season 3, but also this one is supposed to contain JC Horn. There was a brief period of maybe 15 to 20 minutes where it did not, and I know some people probably redeemed their token and JC Horn was not in the pack. As far as a make right there, I simply don't know, because the same thing happened to me last week with Taysom Hill. I never got the Taysom Hill no make right, so I don't know what's going to happen. But if you do get the token, you can redeem it for either a 90 overall champion of your choice or JC Horn, who's going to be the more expensive card. Definitely the one that you want to choose, because you're either going to get a really good card or a really valuable card to make yourself a lot of coin. Just taking a look at the card early on here in the catalog, I would assume it's going to be about 1.5 million. If I had to guess. In fact, there's none on the auction house. So if you happen to have a token from last week or any other of the events, it usually can kind of pay off to hang on to those and save them for exclusive players like this. Again, you can make a lot of coin. We have a lot of 90 overall champions that dropped today. I think the 2 highlights for me definitely is going to be Lamar Jackson. The other one's going to be Quinyon Mitchell. Pretty solid cards that dropped today. These are the only 2 that I'm going to go after. But we also got a brand new Bobby Wagner as one of the 90 overall champions. Spencer Brown over there at right tackle. And Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. The 2 LTDs in packs today are Cam Chancellor and John Riggins. I know for me personally, with a brand new strong safety and Cam Chancellor, who's really expensive, I'm paying attention to Brian Dawkins and the price with him on the auction house. He was under 1 million coins. He's creeping back up now. I kind of wish I bought him for like 950, so I'll have to pay attention to that more, but I'm hoping to get him under 1 million coins since I never added him to the team last week. There's a couple different ways that you can go about getting yourself the 90 overall champions that came out today. There is a set in which you can exchange 3 87 overall most feared players plus 2 additional 87 or 88s from any promo. 5 cards go into the set. In return, you get any 90 of your choice, with the exception of Taysom Hill and JC Horn. All of the other 90 overall champions would be in here. And speaking of sets and exchanging things, as of today, you can complete the King's Guest token set. Now, we still don't know if these are the correct answers, but I think most of the community believes that we're accurate on this one. I put out a video Sunday afternoon covering this. I also mentioned it in last night's reveal video. If you have the QB, the cleats, and the Jamar Chase collectibles, we all believe that that's going to lead to a free, potentially 90 overall Joe Burrow. So if you put those 3 items into the set, in return, you're going to get a guest set, and I think this gives you XP in the field pass as well. But the thing that you're going to get back is a token. Now, it says solved. I don't know if that confirms that you actually solved it correctly. If you read the description, it says you'll be able to use this token on the King of the Undercity Champion set, available on October 30th. If not, you can guess again, which I don't know how you go about doing that now that it's too late to go ahead and do that. But if you have that token, if you redeemed it, at this point, all you do is hang on to it and wait until October 30th, and that's when you can redeem it for Joe Burrow, assuming he's the correct answer. To close out the video, we have pack offers. I went through these. There's some decent ones. Platinum packs are always a great opportunity to earn coin, and this one for $25 I think is worth the money here. Again, if you got $25 to your name to spend on MUT stuff today, and you didn't buy the premium field pass for Season 3 or the premium pass for Most Feared, that would cost you a grand total of $25 for both of those. Those would be more rewarding than this one singular pack. But looking at the odds on this pack, you're going to get some platinum cards, which of course will lead to coins. But also you have a 28% chance here at getting a 90 overall champion. I don't think that's half bad in a pack that's really going to give you platinum cards as well. So I will probably open up this one, but this is going to be the only pack that I'm going to drop $25 on. They brought back the step offers. This is a bit risky, but if you have a lot of coin, it might be worth it. I know I pulled a 90 overall B&D Sam Laporta out of this pack last week. So for either 100K or about $5, you can take a risk there. I opened it up on my No Money Spent account and I got nothing but 84s. So proceed with caution there, but they did refresh that. There's a couple other options out there for money, $100 bundles that I would not recommend. And you'll see all of those same things in the Most Feared store. If you go to the candy store, we got a couple different updates. Number one, if you missed it earlier in the week, Max Crosby is available. Base level 81 overall. 200 candy. You can upgrade him to a 90 for free by purchasing upgrade tokens that cost candy, but we talked about the ways you can make free candy in this video and the video earlier this morning, so make sure you get on that because you can get a free Max Crosby, but also you can get a free Paris Johnson Jr. over at left tackle, a very good card and would help you build out a Most Feared theme team if you're attempting to do that. And then also the B&D packs did refresh, so if you did not open these up yet, you got 2 90 overall champions waiting for you. It can get expensive to open up the non-B&D one, but if you want to get a B&D 90, including the Part 2 cards that came out today, like Quinyon Mitchell and Lamar Jackson, it is available. And later today, I'm going to put out a video going over the best 90 overall Most Feared champions that you can get for free out of either of these packs. I should have enough currency, enough candy to open up both of them to where I'm going to take Quinyon B&D because he meets my theme team, and I'm probably going to get Lamar as a non-B&D and use him as well. You have a bunch of other options out there to spend your candy on, but I would really focus on your upgraded players and the free 90 overalls before you jump in to any of these additional packs. And if you have training to use, and again, I went in a lot more detail in the video earlier this morning, but if you got a bunch of pack trash, you can quick sell that pack trash for training. and then head on over to this reroll pack. You're not guaranteed anything great, but those 3 87s that I had in my binder that were eligible for that set we showed you earlier, well, I got those from this very pack here, along with the majority of the candy currency that I currently have. So if you can get enough free training, you can convert it over to candy and then head back into the candy store to make those upgrades. So a lot of things to do today with part 2 of Most Feared out there, and stay tuned for the next video going over the best 90 overall champions. That's all for this one. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.